What's up everybody, it's your filmmaker here, and today I'm going to explain the best ways to instantly make better videos. Welcome back. I hope you had a well-rested holiday. Now to why I'm doing this. I recently got a call from one of my friends asking how he could improve the videos he produces for his Instagram page. I go on his page, scroll through his videos, and after talking and advising him on what he could do to improve his videos, I decided, you know what? I should do a video about this for you guys. So here are about 5 ways and more on how to instantly make better videos, starting from today. Number 1 is lighting. Lighting is the most important thing when it comes to photography, cinematography, film, videos, photos, whether you're shooting videos with a camera or a smartphone. I can't stress enough that before you even start worrying about your camera or its settings, make sure your lighting is set up to get you the best result. Lighting controls everything. I'm not just talking about false lighting or stuff that we're going to set up, or lights that we have to buy, or DIY lighting setups, outdoor light, just lighting as a whole, whether it's from natural light or that it's from something that you've bought, something that you've set up in your studio. Nailing that and locking down is one of the most important aspects of what it is that we're doing here. Window light is your best light. Everything looks sweet with window lighting. You want to shoot near a window, although in this space I'm filming in, I don't have a window. So I have to resort to filming with my Godox light. Let's go look for a window light. As you can see, this is a great example of good window lighting. There's a large window right in front of me, which is bringing in even nice light, making me look evenly and nicely lit. Another good thing of natural light coming from the window is that you can concentrate your attention on me, which helps me pass my message easily. What if I move further away from this window light? What do you think will happen? You guessed that right. I've moved further away from the window light. As you can see, myself, the image is a lot more darker, which means you lose a great amount of detail when it comes to color grading or color correcting the footage. You lose detail. The footage won't look as pleasing as before when there was that nice soft window light coming through the window. So this is the importance of window light or natural light. So guys, let's head back to the studio. Now we're back to the studio. The same thing goes for if you're actually setting up studio light or using the light that's just in your ceiling. Although I would strongly go against that bulb that's in your ceiling. That should be your last resort. Being able to lock your lighting down and just think about where you're going to shoot in your house, where you want to shoot in whatever building that you are in ahead of time is going to make your videos easier to watch. It's going to make that color grading easier. The overall look of your videos will be 10 times better, I promise you. If you just think about the lighting first, use those windows. Point number 2 is not placing yourself or your subject by the wall. As you can see, and if you watch my videos or other professional videos out there, the subject or interviewee are never placed right by the wall. There's always some space between the subject being filmed and the background, as you can see in my current setup. Whether you sat on a couch or standing, make sure that there is depth. And the nice thing about this is that when you get to focus on your subject, you have this depth of field where the background is out of focus and it just looks sweet and cinematic. With this depth in the background, you're able to fill it with things like lights, plants, whatever decor you have that further enhances your shot. Now that we've talked about placing your subject, let's move to point number 3. The placement of the lights we talked about in point 1. And as a beginner, you may have just one light or own one big, one small light. What I would advise is that your main light, also known as your key light, is placed approximately at your 4 o'clock. It should be the brightest of all the lights, like your window light, and should provide the most amount of light to your subject. If you have extra lights, you may introduce a fill light and a backlight. Your fill light is supposed to be positioned at your 8 o'clock. It is advised that your fill light should be half the intensity of your key light so that it eliminates all shadows. Now, filling up the shadows is dependent on the style you want In some situations, this is not necessary. For me, because my studio walls are painted white, I do not really want to use a fill light as the white lights already are reflecting the key light. But this is how it would look like if I were to introduce a fill light. Now onto the backlight. The significance of the backlight is to separate the subject or you from the background. So if you have all three lights set up, this is called a 3-point lighting, and you're also free to introduce other lights to light up your background to make your shots more appealing. This is how the shot would look like without the LED light and now with the LED light on. Point number 4 would be audio. I'll be doing some audio mic comparisons in the future as I have been asked by one of you. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you can be notified on future videos. Back to point number 4. You probably do not have access to expensive boom mics like the one I'm using here, the Sennheiser MK416, which is placed above a foot from my forehead, right above the frame. This is the best mic I have ever used, but if you have a boom mic, it should be positioned a few inches in front of the subject's head while pointing down diagonally at the middle of their chin. This practice catches the speaker's voice as it emanates from the mouth, but make sure your subject is not moving away from the microphone. Let's say you don't have a boom mic. You could make do with your phone's microphone or a wired or wireless lav mic connected directly to your camera. If you're using a smartphone like an Android or iPhone to shoot your videos, then you're going to need to either buy one of these little adapters to use an external microphone, or you could just buy a wireless microphone that can plug directly to your phone. Or you could record directly to your phone, as you may have seen in those crazy TikTok, YouTube videos. The next would be camera and lens, and I can't stress this enough. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, your camera does not matter. If you're able to film with a mobile phone, consider maybe buying a lens and variable NDs for your mobile phone, or invest in a good camera phone. Point 6 is learning your software. Look up tutorials, watch different videos, attend cinemas, buy training, find training, free training, friends that know how to use a program better than you. Ask questions. Do everything you can do to learn that software. There is Resolve from blackmagicdesign.com, which is free. Download Resolve and see if it works on your computer. If it does, look up resources that will help you know how to use it. And don't forget to subscribe, as I will be putting out some Resolve tips. Plan your shots ahead of time so that you know how you're going to edit. So when you know your editing software as best as you possibly can, and the skill aside with a camera, it really helps you figure out how to get the most out of what it is that you've just shot. So learn that software, people. Just get into it, dive in, lock the door, burn that media candle, or run that gen. Just go, man. If you are in the office filming a talking head sequence like what I'm doing right now, if I was at a low angle, it wouldn't look good. It's just fact. If the angle was too high, you would all be wondering why the show was looking weird. All of these little adjustments make a big deal. Another quick tip that I've seen a lot of people do is not cleaning up the background. So make sure you have your background cleaned before recording. Move all that junk behind the camera. Lastly, plan properly. Before you hit the record button, make sure you have picked the right spot. You have taken into consideration all the other points mentioned above: lighting, audio, camera before recording. So to wrap it up, we want to plan ahead of our shoot. Scout the locations you'll be filming in. We want good lighting. Find that window light or set some studio light. We want to know our editing software so that we know what shots we are going to get when we come back and edit. We want to pick good locations. Keep some distance from the wall. Try these tips if you're filming anything the next couple of days. Take these things into consideration. Film it near a window. Look up a little bit more on your editing software. Learn how to do a couple of extra nifty things and think about those things when you're shooting. Your stuff's gonna go way better. 100% guarantee it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you aren't already. and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.